Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today is gonna be a vlog. You might be asking yourself, why do I have this little sling around me? Well, just Tuesday I broke my wrist. It has been in a cast. Um, I'm gonna get to how I broke it, what I was doing when I broke it, in a minute. But I want to explain that this is actually broken. Like, I can move a bit. Um, where I broke it in the wrist was kind of like if I'm trying to point it. So I broke where my thumb bone is, but the bone went through my growth plate, and that's where the main problem was, is the growth plate. They were able to switch it, set it back in place. However, it's not properly set back in place because the growth plate isn't fully developed. So later surgery could be added to it. Which is gonna piss off my mom for the amount of money she's already paying just for the ambulance ride alone. Um, but I'm gonna get to how I broke it and how it's affecting me daily now, um, for educational purposes, for YouTube purposes, for everything I do on a regular basis, how it's changed my life, and so far from there. Um, So let's get one thing straight. So, how did I break my wrist? What was I doing when I broke my wrist? So, I was at school, and uh, more recently, we've been playing. Well, I guess not recently. We've been doing this since around October last year. We've been playing football on the field during lunch because why not? We're bored. We don't really want to just stay inside and do nothing. Um, and we all get the idea. Let's go play football on the field. Except we were not playing smart enough, and there were some football players, actual ones, like Brian. His name's Brian, and a couple other people that actually were on the football team. Of course, some of them left because they just didn't want to be in the situation of people getting hurt, and that's what ended up later happening. I ended up being the fifth person now to get hurt. But we were all playing tackle. That's the thing. We didn't really. We started out. If a security guard came, we'd play normal, like, oh, we're just tag football guys, yeah. But when he left, we would tackle each other, and I mean, seriously, tackle the frick out of each other. It was no joke. And that eventually just got worse and worse as the security guard eventually came to us and just didn't really care, nor did anyone else. So we're like, okay, we could just do tackle then because apparently no one cares. That's what led to our first person getting injured. Uh, I think he got injured twice in the same week, but I think it might have been a different week that he got hurt by the same injury. His name was Clayton. He does play on the football team, I do believe. He did play for Wheat Ridge. Of course, they suck, so that's why he left and came to our school in Golden. So thank God for that. But yeah, Clayton has head injury problems. Like, he'll have seizures, and he's got that kind of medical problem. So one day he got tackled and he had a seizure. He got like body slammed, I think, and started twitching. Um, and he's taken to the hospital, for emergency purposes. And then probably a week later, or maybe in the same week, I think it was a week later though, he went back out there again thinking it was okay, like, hey, I'm good, and got body slammed, I think, again, and then had another seizure. And no one was worried about this, okay? So, like, no one's worried. There was injuries going on, and people walked off like, okay, we're done for the day, and then came back and thought, we're fine. No, it's good. We're good for today. So there was a problem there, obviously, with that. The next injury that did happen was a kid named Josiah, who is someone I would never, in a fight related uh, issue or anything, there's no way in hell I would go up against a kid like Josiah because he is huge. He is like 6. He's like 6 foot. He looks like he's 6'1", 6'2", and I mean, seriously, the guy, you cannot tackle him unless you're willing to want to die. So yeah, obviously, no one wants. Everyone wants Josiah on their team because if you have Josiah, then no one's gonna stop you, right? Unless you have other people that are. So Josiah, he's just a kid. No one wants to screw with all that. Um, One day he got tackled by another kid who was trying to catch the ball, and he dislocated his finger. It looked like he broke it because it was like backwards. I think it was his middle finger on this hand, on my left hand, his left hand, that it broke or dislocated. I'm sorry. It looked like it was broken, but it was dislocated anyways. So obviously, it didn't look good. It was kind of like it bent back and then came back, and then it was just like really weird. I can't demonstrate it. Like almost like that, but the middle part was like straightened. It was really weird, for sure. But with a finger, it's easy to just, you know, it's easy. With my wrist, it obviously wasn't. That was the third injury. Still, no one cared. I mean, I kind of took a little bit of attention towards it, like, okay, we need to like calm down a bit, but no one else cared, and we just kept playing day after day for it. And then eventually, he just came back with the dislocated finger, still playing. I mean, I get the I get it that he likes to play and all, but I mean, sometimes you don't need to push your limits to that point. It's not the best thing recommended to push yourself in moments where you're like already kind of screwed. So, um, our fourth injury was more recent. Actually, it was more. I think it was around January of this year. One kid, he didn't break his nose, but he got hit in the nose. He kneed himself in the nose when he got tackled, and there was just blood everywhere. A cut probably on his nose or so. He didn't break it, thank God, because breaking your nose is probably some of the worst bones you can break in the body, besides your virginity, um, is your bone. It's like in your nose or anywhere from the waist up is probably some of the worst bones to break. Your leg is also pretty bad, but from the waist up, it's pretty bad. I mean, virginity is ultimately the worst thing you could break when you're younger. So, then I was the fifth injury, and how did it happen? Well, we're playing football, right? And I'm gonna admit to myself, I'm not a good football player. Never really have been. I never took a lot of attention on it until more last second kind of things. But I wanted to do it and see how I would do. And when I first started, I was bad, and I basically was like the other kid that stands up there like Roland, who doesn't do shit, but rather talk shit. And then whenever he does catch the ball, he walks at a pace of a tortoise giving birth. I mean, the guy is literally so goddamn slow. Um, at least and more recently, I've done better than him, obviously, because all he does is watches, stares, and whenever he catches, whenever someone else catches, he wants to show pride in himself. I'm like, dude, you didn't do anything. You just watched and stared. Why don't you just like go back on centered, you stupid dumb bit? But um, as I continued, I got a little bit better. The reason I was like almost efficient at it, as I was watching the Super Bowl with Cincinnati Bengals and the Rams, I wanted the Bengals to win because they'd never won a Super Bowl ever, and it was only the second time they've ever gone. A lot of people want to see the Rams win. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Rams, nor am I the Bengals, but I wish I would have seen the Bengals win. It would have been a historical moment to finally happen. I would love to see the Bengals go to this year's Super Bowl too. However, what the chances of that are, right? Got to be pretty slim. Meaning other teams have to suck really bad for them to win. Um, so yeah, it was definitely an unexpected Super Bowl for the two teams, but and also Cincinnati. I think they lost by the same amount of points in the same way like they did the first time back in I think 1988, 1991. I think the last time when they went, um, it was insane. I mean, for sure. insane. Um, but I wanted to be like, okay, so they lost. So how can I make up for that? I'm pissed. Right? I'm like, God damn it, they should have won. Okay, they should have won. I didn't ban anything on the app because I was like, it's kind of an odd. It can't be odd and even. It's just odd, Who knows who's gonna win? So I didn't bet anything on it. Nor did my parents either. So you know, at least we didn't lose any money for it or gain any money for it. I guess whatever. Um, but so I was like, how can I get my redemption back? Because I wanted to see someone win. So I was like, well, when I play football the next couple of days, I'm going to show that. I'm gonna redeem everything. And this was actually before that kid hurt his nose. I was doing pretty good. I was blocking. I was somewhat catching some, getting a little bit of distance, tackling some people sometimes. I was getting decent. I was not becoming a god, obviously, but I was becoming decent, which is something I was looking for when I first started. And I wanted to go more in. So I was like, you know, because I do weight training, so I was like really trying to get my weights in. I was just trying, you know, everything I could to get better at football. However, my mom was still telling me, stop playing it, please. You're going to get yourself injured, please. And I was like, I'll be fine. And sometimes when you don't listen to your parents, you learn things the hard way to a dramatic point where this happens. So maybe you should benefit and shut your mouth and listen to what parents got to say. Because I actually got injured one time, but it wasn't major. I got tackled by my friend Tanner. Now Tanner's someone I don't mess with because he just will knock you the hell out. Um, and he just, I was trying to get the quarterback right. I think it was Connor, and just bodies. I mean, seriously, the guy pushed me so damn hard. I felt like I flew a mile away. Of course, I only flew I don't know 5 feet, if even that. And I hit my head hard on the ground. But I mean, I was like, that kind of hurt, but I was all right because I went back in, but it wasn't major. I didn't crack my skull or anything, so that's good. Um, but you know, I was, there was better things I could have done than football because I had an educational purpose to do something like presentations, tests to prep for even more. But no, I spent all that time towards football and then failed everything else. So I had, there was times in between where I didn't play football either because it was snowing outside or honestly because I didn't feel like it. And I would just practice for stuff. And did I still do good on tests? Well, science, not so much, but that's turned around more recently. And other stuff I've been doing great at. Um, However, now with the broken wrist, school's been hard because being able to do stuff like writing is a pain. Even though I'm right-handed, it is a pain. Computer, never really a problem, just kind of harder to type with one hand, as I do like writing with both hands, obviously. Um, but yeah, so we were playing football, that, and I wanted to improve myself, and I was just trying so damn hard. So these other kids came out. I don't know who they were. I would imagine they were, sport players, athletic players, whatever. Different sport, freshmen, maybe sophomores, but looked like freshmen. And strong people, like people, fast as hell, got muscles too, just be careful and such. And I think my calcium for my bones is so weak. I used to not take care of my body that much. My hygiene was horrible. Uh, my body structure was just horrible, I think, in my opinion. So I just decided to take everything upon myself to make myself better. So I'm taking care of my hygiene. I'm taking care of my body health, obviously. And I'm taking care of everything I can to maintain my health and make sure that nothing in my body fails. Because last year's summer, my kidney almost failed. And that was harsh. So I was like, okay, well, I gotta drink water. I gotta keep something sustainable for me so I don't get to this point at almost 15. So yeah, but anyway, getting back to it, one of my friends, Braxton, friends, I kind of say that sarcastically because we get along sometimes, sometimes we don't. Um, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the person, I'm not the best at football, okay? So you can't guarantee me being amazing, but you can't also guarantee me being horrible anymore. Uh, Obviously, that's different now, but you get what I mean. Uh, so Braxton, this was like when the bell rings, so we're like, okay, final shot. Braxton throws me the ball, and then I try running. I think, yeah. And that other kid there was one other kid, kind of strong. He tackled me pretty hard, and as I fell, I landed on my wrist, and it popped up. I mean, I have pictures that I'll show you here in a minute. It popped up, and I didn't feel anything, but when I looked at it, oh, I was screaming. The first thing I did scream was actually funny because it was not the F word. That was the second thing I screamed. It was, my mom's going to be pissed because the bill that she would have to pay for my braces that I have to get in this, yeah, that was a pain. I felt bad, obviously, because I was like, as I was sitting in the hospital, I was like, I really should have listened to my mom, and I didn't. I learned the hard way. Um, yeah, so I'm in pain. Of course, they're trying to help me out, and I'm not crying. I did not cry. I'm be honest with you. I did not cry one time during the whole day of my arm being like that, and I still haven't. The pain, yeah, the pain will get to you, and it's harsh. Trust me, but I mean, I didn't cry at least, so there's that. So yeah, I didn't cry one time, even when it first happened. I was like, oh, that hurt. Mm, and I've dislocated stuff before, but I've never broke something. This is the first official bone I've broken. And at first I was like, oh, I hope it's just a fracture, just a small injury. But no, it's broken. I'm like, ah, oh, damn. So as they get me in the ambulance, and I'm not gonna blame the kid who tackled me. Obviously, I should have been running hard as hell. I should have been more efficient. I should have been doing something. You know, it sucks. Trust me, it does. But I'm not going to blame any one of those kids for my behalf. It was an accident. I got tackled too hard, and my reflexes just jumped in and made me break it. So it's none of those kids' fault. I'm not going to blame them for it. So you know, stuff happens, and I know for a fact that was not purposely going to happen. Unless he did it multiple times, then it would make sense for being purposely happen. But no, I know he didn't do it purposely. Things just happen, and when things happen, you gotta deal with it. Um, so yeah, I went to the hospital. It was like in Lakewood. It was a really crappy hospital. I mean, seriously, there's so many people in there. I just sitting out in the hallway for an hour, 1 hour, just so I can get into a room. The whole procedure was 3 minutes, but just to get into the hospital alone, it took around 2 hours to do everything. I'm like, how long does it take to do a 3 minute procedure? It should take 3 minutes to do a 3 minute procedure, not 2 hours to set the whole thing up just to do it. I mean, seriously, it could have taken, I don't know, the 2 minutes just to set me up just for a 3 minute procedure, not 2 hours for a 3 minute. It was stupid. And they gave me options like, okay, would you like to crack it back in place while we stick a needle right in the broken spot? I'm like, I think I would rather be knocked unconscious, like I did with my wisdom teeth last year. So that's the option I did. And I actually, when I woke up, I don't know why, but anesthesia, it, uh, it, whenever I wake up from it, I don't say stupid things. I've never said a stupid thing yet. I've always been kind of more awake. Like, I could have sworn that was an 8-second procedure, not 3 minutes. Trust me. But yeah, I've never said anything really stupid like monkeys are are human beings just from the past. I've never said something really stupid when taking that stuff and waking up from it. I don't like it. It's weird. I mean, that's how most people start drugs, is from that experience. And the drugs that I'm taking now, that for pain, and I've not had recently. I've only taken one today. You're supposed to take them every 6 hours, but I took the last one about 12 hours ago, so I've been doing pretty good. The pain's gone down a bit. I mean, it still hurts. You got to keep it elevated. Like, I'm supposed to keep it elevated here, but obviously it hurts to hold it in place. So I kind of keep it a little bit down for a bit and then rise it and go back. But yeah, so this whole situation happens, and the pain medication I'm taking, I can't show it to you because YouTube will get pissed at me. It's opium. It's really addictive crap. And after I take one, I'm sleepy. Like, I'll fall asleep. So I get everything ready just so I can fall asleep, because I know for a fact I'm gonna get. I'm just. I'm just. Just dead. Okay. So I have other stuff like ibuprofen, stuff that I usually take anyways. So yeah, but most of it's been the opium, and at the first I was taking it like freaking candy. I was popping it like candy. I was taking like 3 a day, and it says on the thing 2 a day, and I did that for 2 days, taking three. And there's not many. There's only like, I think there's only 10 in the whole bottle. So I was like, I gotta stop. So I stopped, realized, and of course, sometimes it doesn't matter. You have to take one because like the pain gets so excessive. Now the next one I gotta take is at 10 p.m. as Western time, because that's Colorado. It's Western time, I think, right? Uh, and yeah, so that's probably the next one I'm gonna take it at, and I'm probably gonna be sleepy, and I'm gonna fall asleep, and I'm gonna hope that I can go to school tomorrow, since I've missed these last 2 days. And that's why it's made my education so hard, because I tried doing homework, but trying to think about the pain in my arm and the pain of education, it is a damn nightmare. It really is. And I'm supposed to keep this sling on 24/7, but when I'm sleeping, it makes it hard to lay down with a little thing behind you. So that ain't gonna work. Like, yeah, this thing right here that's kind of screwed up. Yeah, it ain't gonna work when I sleep. So that ain't happening. So let me get to the point of, how is this gonna affect me? So obviously, it's already affected me educationally, because doing stuff is 10 times harder than it already was on some educational things in school. Depends on what the subject is. ELA, it's kind of been already hard because I've been a little bit behind. Uh, Math, I've been a little bit behind too. So, I mean, I'm basically behind everything now because, yeah, I mean, you get it. You get it. So, yeah, my objective is just to get back caught up as much as I can, even with the pain in my arm, that I'm told that if I don't need surgery further on, 3 months. 3 months, which sucks. But I honestly thought it would have been more like a year, but that's probably with the surgery. Without it, I can hope 3 months. I can hope 3 months. But I have a doctor's appointment next Thursday, so I'll probably keep you up to check with it. I was going to originally record everything, but I was like not in the mood and such. I was like, yeah, I'll just take pictures and go on. Um, Probably would have made a good video, let's be honest, but I'm not risking my life for views. That's something Nikocado Avocado does, and look at the guy. I mean, he looks distorted. um but it's affected YouTube as well, because I will be showing you other videos I have before I broke my arm. So if you do see those videos, just know those were before I broke my arm. Okay, that's like, okay, it's not faked, because yeah, it's broken. It is 100% broken. You can see it right now. This is broken, and I'll show you pictures to guarantee the evidence for sure that it is proven to known. And I have friends as well that could say the same thing, that it was broken, because I show them everything. They were there for it. It's broken. So any videos you see, from the past that come up are from the past before I broke it. So yeah, sorry that I'm stuffy right now. I don't know why. I'm able to open stuff one-handed though, so that's good. Sorry, that's my lemon lime soda. Definitely that off-brand Sprite from King Soopers. Actually, no, it's Safeway, so never mind. Cheapskates. Um, but yeah, things been tough, and you know, this is kind of random. I know this is gonna be kind of random, but you ever know those kids or people that are like, I have a broken arm, so you should treat me better with respect. Like, just treat respect. Treat me with respect. You know what I mean? No, that's I probably will get treated the same way I do with a broken arm. And if I get treated a little bit better, that's whatever, right? It's good to be treated better. I don't really care if you treat me bad, because how does that affect me? It's like, oh no, I don't get his respect. Damn. No, like, come on, it's stupid. But yeah. So obviously, recording videos from this point, like gaming, is hard, and doing more things I have to do is gonna be hard. So any videos you see will be in the past. Obviously, I'm gonna now show you some photos, like X-ray photos, the broken bone. And if you don't want to skip past that point, I'll have like a time somewhere in the video to skip past, so I can get to the end of the video, um, to like thank you guys, la la la. But of course, here are the pictures, and I'll be silent for however long this takes. Good? Okay, cool. That's what I thought too. Dang, I waited 20 seconds or at least 30 seconds for that, and that's good enough for me. So, of course, this will be the end of the video. So, if you did like this and wanted this checkup, please subscribe, because I will be leaving more checkups on this wrist issue. I'll be trying to do gaming videos and other videos that I have a reacting channel to. If you do want to go subscribe to my reacting channel, is I'm a Nerd Reacts. It should be also in my descriptions. If it's not, I will link it down in the description down below. Subscribe, because I do have another video. I do have my first reacting video down in the comments below. You can send me videos directly towards my email at I'm a nerd gaming at gmail.com, and send me videos as long as they're not overly offensive and la la la, and I will react to them. And if you get picked and you want me to shout out your channel, please do so, because I will leave that channel link for your shout out down in the description in that channel down below. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe, like the video, hit notifications so you never miss videos like this, so you can check up on my broken wrist and see how stupid I am on a daily basis. So, I will see you guys in the next video, and if you do see those older videos, please just remember those are older, and I do recommend that you like this video, because it'll help me get through the immense pain I'm in. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, nerds.